What's up everyone, Sean here, and today for my review I got Black Ops 2 for the PS3.
Forward. Drop dead.
The graphics here having exactly gone through a drastic change from its predecessor, it might be a tiny bit better. With that said, the lighting effects here are excellent. You can definitely see it when it rains at night. Some of the textures could use some work though. It also has kept the quality of its excellent facial animations. The overall design of the past and future settings are well made. The graphic effects, for the most part, the same can be said as well. In some parts, the frame rate tends to drop, but it doesn't ruin my overall experience. This department is a mixed bag for me. While the voice work on most characters are awesome, Rich McDonald's performance for the main character, David Mason, was really good.
I keep seeing these flashes. The night my father died when I was a kid. Why now?
Oh, fuck it. I just didn't hit you hard enough.
Alright, look, Woods gave us all the pieces. We just gotta put them together.
Sam Worthington was one of my favorites as before. On the other hand, I was pretty disappointed that Hudson's voice actor was replaced with Michael Keaton. Keaton did his best, but it's not the same without Ed Harris. Harper's voice just didn't cut it for me at first, but it grew on me as I played the campaign more, and as I know more about the character.
What's happening?
We're U.S. Navy SEALs. Yeah, listen, you need to open the armory, get your guys armed and ready to fight. Hey, look at me. Focus, all right? You need to get this done.
Okay, the security armor.
Go do it.
The voices in the multiplayer could definitely use some more work. Black Ops 2 offers some decent music with the exception of the bonus ending. It's just sick. Speaking of the music, what happened to the music in the online multiplayer? I can hardly hear it.
Team deathmatch. Their arrogance is their weakness.
And even if I did, it's pretty subpar comparing to the other Call of Duty multiplayers. The guns are especially a mix. While the shooting sounds are acceptable overall, the reloading has that plastic feeling to it. And of course, some of the sounds are recycled from before. Explosions got pretty beefy from the last game, especially the grenades. Black Ops 2 actually feels different from its predecessor. Even though you're still shooting people, it just feels different. First off, the campaign for this was quite engaging, as it's accompanied by a compelling storyline. Black Ops tends to draw more folks in with its story comparing to the Modern Warfare series. The story takes place in multiple time periods during the Cold War and the future, or also known as the New Cold War, in the year 2025. The new hero, David Mason, son of the previous protagonist, Alex Mason, talks to the aged Frank Woods. And yes, he's alive after what happened in Black Ops. Woods has information that Raul Menendez is going to unleash a cyber attack on the world.
That shit's gonna happen.
The gameplay in the campaign has some new features. For example, you actually have a menu to customize your loadout at the start of each mission. You get to customize your weapons of choice. You can also slap on some perks. The Access Kit lets you open up secret parts of the levels, and it usually grants you a weapon or equipment to help you out on your mission. Now, developers had pointed out that it's a sandbox campaign, and that's partially true, as certain actions via QTE affect what ending you get. Otherwise, most actions you perform in campaign mode will do nothing. There are multiple routes to take to get to that checkpoint, but it's pretty much a typical linear shooting game. But what the game offers you, from the writing to the voices, I really like this campaign mode. Oh yeah, the violence from the previous Treyarch games is back. And also, Stick around for the bonus ending that it offers. It's freaking awesome. This mode holds much more replay value than the previous title. Now of course, what most people really buy the game for, online multiplayer. Now this is the one that went through quite the changes. The score streak system really does make you play it a little differently. Team Deathmatch does feel the same, but other ways to score points is to destroy your enemy's equipment, such as claymores, bouncing betties, shock charges, etc, etc. I found modes like Domination and Kill Confirm to be more enjoyable. I previously enjoyed playing Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed, but now, playing the objective will actually get you rewarded a lot more, and it actually has meaning to it. With that, kills don't matter as much as the game goes by score. You can have plenty of kills, but that doesn't secure you a first place on the board. You have plenty to choose from when it comes to score streaks, and it feels good to get them while achieving the objectives such as defending the flag or destroying the enemy's equipment, as I said before. Kills from score streaks do count towards your next one, but not by much. Creating a loadout has changed drastically as well, as it uses the 10-point system, meaning that you can fully customize it as long as you're within the 10-point limit. You can wield no guns and instead a knife and plenty of perks, and so on and so forth. I really like this system because it gives you plenty of freedom. You don't get pro perks anymore, but instead you have wild cards, which lets you add more than the usual 3 perks to your loadout. You can unlock your stuff by leveling up and collecting unlocked tokens that are used to actually get it, so no COD points like the previous one. Prestiging went through a change as well. As you proceed with it, you don't lose your unlockables. It was always a pet peeve to lose all your stuff after all that hard work just to get more custom loadout slots. However, there's gun prestiging, which unlocks hidden camo, but that actually resets your gun, which means you have to use that gun again to get its attachments back. I felt that was fine for people who like camo, but for me, I think I'll just stick with the regular prestiging for now. But here's the catch, though a minor one. You can't actually unlock everything before you prestige for the first time, so going into your second allows you to continue with your unlocking progress. A little more reason to continue with the online play. Now here's a definite praise from me. There are no death streaks in the game. Thank God. The company listened to us after all this time and did something right. I've been killed so many times with that whole bullfuck, especially Last Stand, and that happened so much during Modern Warfare 3. It was so bad to the point I actually punched the fucking ground with my fist, and not my controller. That shit could have shattered into pieces. Anyways, the online experience is overall good and also bad for me. I did experience some connection problems, but that was fixed with a quick patch, but that infamous delay is still there. However, you can actually change your search preferences. I recommend setting it on best, and you'll pick up games just fine without waiting too long. That solves the problem for the most part, but you still get some wonky games sometimes. Otherwise, normal settings will get you shitty games, and it's typical for Call of Duty to start out with some rough online quality. But overall, I'm having plenty of fun with the online experience. When you're in a good game, it's awesome. You'll definitely need some time to get used to it, but you'll definitely have fun once it clicks in. I played a bit of zombie mode, and well, it's same old zombie mode. I'm one of those people who doesn't play zombie mode as often. If you like zombie mode, then by all means, play it. You'll find this one a gratifying experience. Now, I think it's safe to say that it's still not close to being a perfect game, as it still has its flaws other than the online experience. First off, theater mode is busted. I was trying to capture my gameplay from the theater, but I found out that it suddenly stopped recording during one of my games. Also, it completely stopped playing as it was still downloading, and I say that in quotes, for another game I had. So I just gave up on it. You gotta be using your own capture device in order to keep your games. Theater mode will lose your games randomly. Hopefully there'll be a patch for it, but for now, it's busted. And that's damn disappointing, because Black Ops was the first Call of Duty to feature theater mode, and it worked really well. In campaign mode, you have Strike Force missions, which basically act as real-time strategy levels, but it didn't work for me. The player AI just doesn't work how you want them to. But they are optional, right? Wrong. In order to get the best ending, you have to play the Strike Force missions so that you can trigger a certain event during the climax of the story. Play it and you'll know what I'm talking about. I can see what Treyarch was trying to do with this, but I just found it annoying, so it's not my cup of tea. Black Ops 2 delivered an enjoyable experience for me from the campaign and the online multiplayer, just like how I did with the first Black Ops. With that said, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This has my recommendation to all Call of Duty fans and first-person shooter fans as well. Treyarch definitely did a fine job delivering Call of Duty with a twist to keep it fresh. All what's needed is the online portion to get fixed up. That's it for my review on Black Ops 2 for the PS3. Thank you guys for watching. Sean out.
Oh God, he did it.
I've got you!
Halftime.
I got you.
Hellstorm missile inbound. Hunter killer drone deployed.